Picture this, it's January, and your inbox is flooded with the same generic fundraising appeals. But what if your nonprofit could tell its story differently, in a way that feels as natural as the leaves changing color or the spring flowers blooming? Well, that's exactly what the Tell Well Seasons of Story framework helps you achieve by aligning your storytelling with your donors' natural cycles of connection and generosity. We created the Tell Well Seasons of Story framework because we believe your organization's story is like a garden that needs year-round tending, not just a collection of stats and stories and updates. This proven framework helps you nurture deeper connections throughout every season of giving. Here's how the Seasons of Story framework blooms throughout the year. In quarter one, you're like those first green shoots breaking through the winter soil, full of promise and new growth. The framework guides you in celebrating last year's harvest while planting seeds for the year ahead. Your January updates transform from routine reports into stories of renewed possibility. When spring arrives and quarter two arrives too, you'll open up your garden to your community. This is your season for growth, hosting community workshops, listening sessions, and volunteer gatherings where supporters don't just witness your story, they help cultivate it. The Seasons of Story framework shows you how to nurture these connections until they flourish naturally. As we get into summer, this is your season of abundance, when you gather stories like harvest season, each one filled with purpose and promise. You'll learn to collect authentic moments that showcase your mission's impact, from volunteer triumphs to program breakthroughs, and you'll store them like a harvest bounty for the months ahead. And finally, by quarter four, the Seasons of Story framework helps you share your abundant harvest with your entire community. This is when every story that you've been cultivating throughout the year comes to fruition, making each donor and volunteer feel like an essential part of your garden's growth. This framework isn't about cramming your calendar with more content. It's about aligning your message with the natural seasons of giving, connection, and growth. Are you ready to transform how you tell your nonprofit story? Download the free Tell Well Seasons of Story framework at wetellwell.com/seasons and start creating narratives that flow as naturally as the seasons themselves. Get your copy now and watch as your mission takes root and flourishes.